Hello, and welcome back to the Tangled Skein CA. My name is Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. Today is Saturday, September 28th, 2019, and it's a gloomy, rainy day here in the Ottawa-Gatineau area. Where you can find me, the Tangled Skein CA can be found in the following places. So we have a Facebook group, a Ravelry group, Instagram, as well as a blog, thetangledskeinca.com. And today I would like to start off with an announcement. Happy birthday, Bente. Your birthday is tomorrow, but I wanted to say it today. I wanted to be early, and obviously I'm not recording tomorrow, and so I know that you've received flowers for your birthday. I will be shopping at Knit City next week for your birthday, so we're starting it off really well. And so I hope you've had a happy day. I know that it's 6 hours ahead. Right now here it's 5 o'clock, so it's evening time where you are, and I just hope it's been an amazing day. So let's get into things. Just gonna scroll my show notes down here a little bit. So what have I been up to? Well, I finished something. I have my second finished object in September. That's kind of amazing, kind of blows my mind, but hey, I did it. So I've been knitting on this minus 4 days. It would make a year tomorrow, where I bought the yarn for this shawl and I got the pattern for this shawl at Knit City last year. And well, you know, life happens, and I got picked up and put down and picked up and put down, and I was adamant I was going to finish it for Knit City. It was happening. So I did it. So what you're gonna see is, this is, and I don't have the pattern with me, my bad, but you saw it last week, so it's the ZigZag Shawl, and this is by Marsha Ibuki. Let me just make sure I'm showing you the proper side. Yes. So I haven't even blocked it yet. This is it in all of its glory. Sorry, it's not easy. Like, it's seriously huge, and it just keeps going. It was an amazing knit, very easy pattern. It looks difficult, but it's not. Her instructions are amazing. This is knit out of West Coast Color. It's a DK base called Fits of Giggles Too, and this is the Rainforest colorway. You just see the depth of that color. It's amazing. And I mean, I haven't even blocked it yet. It's massive. Literally, it's massive. It's awesome. I love it. So I'm gonna block it. I'm gonna try and stretch it, the triangle part, wider, but not so much the the rest. So that's a finished object that's coming with me next week. Oh, and I wanted to say, it's the first time I've done, I guess you call that an applied border, as you kind of pick up as you, and I have a drop stitch, oh Lord. Well now, knitters are always prepared. I have a progress keeper right here. Don't fret. Okay, got it. It's contained. And I guess I better look a little closer to make sure I don't have any more. And yes, it jingles. Yes, applied border, so you're picking up stitches, a stitch or however many stitches as you go along. And I love it because it ties into the side of how it was when you were starting and ending your row. So that's done. It's going to get a bath. I wanted to show you first. Put that over there with no more jingling. Little Canadian Tim Hortons ice cap, which is no longer iced because it's been sitting so long. Took me a long time to prep for this episode, and then I had issues with this and that, and you know, I have an on-site IT guy, aka hubby. Okay, what am I knitting? Heel toe do-si-do. I've been knitting on and off on these, so when I can. I was knitting monogamously on the shawl to get it done. And so let's just get this open without the least amount of crinkling possible. So this is Heel Toe Do-Si Do by Kay Litton, and she is the Crazy Sock Lady. She has amazing patterns, and what you'll see on this pattern is there's a chevron up the front, but there's nothing on the back, which makes the self-striping amazing. Now, how much have I gotten since we spoke last? Not too much, but it's okay. Knitting is knitting, and I'm actually picking up right now because I pulled it back a little bit. But, so, that's it there. You can see the colors a little bit better back here, but that's purple, and for some reason purple comes up blue, and this really is this bright of a colored orange. So I was wrong last time. It wasn't blowing it out, it's the actual color. So if I can get the skeins out, and this is, yep, the blue is the purple, but hey, what are you gonna do? And this is TurtlePurl Yarn, and this colorway is called the Brew. It was last year's Halloween colorway. And this is the green. Yeah, it's a very bright Kelly green, I guess I could say. And this is being held in this little tiny pouch I got at Michael's. I love it. Put my little ginger snap pin on there, goes really well. There's a little zippered pouch here, and it's got this elastic thing, so it's really good. These are being knit on 2.25 millimeters, which is a US 1, and they're being knit along with the Batty Knitter, who is new to podcasting. I think she has about 8 episodes out. She started a Ravelry group, and she's having a Halloween make-along. So her name is Shella, and it's the Batty Knitter, so go check her out on Ravelry and join the make-along. It goes until October 31st. So that is those. The other thing I'm knitting, and I got a little bit done this week because when I finished the shawl I didn't have anything else to knit, so at work obviously. So I'm knitting the second sock, and this is the first one. I don't have sock blockers with me today, sorry. But they look huge on the feet, but they're not. These are socks for my husband, and this is Knit Picks Felici in the Baker Street colorway. You can see the colors right there. Quite nice. And I just do, right now I'm doing the Wendy Johnson, let's scroll my notes here, the Wendy Johnson toe-up socks with a difference, and this is on size 2.5 millimeters, and I'm doing these I was doing them 2 at a time. So I'm about here, which is, I still have quite a bit, but he's never had socks this long, and he really seemed to like when he put the first one on. And I knit a good couple inches at work this week, right here. And this little thing, this little progress keeper here, I'm not sure that it'll focus because my face is there. That's something I got from Kate of Hawthorne Cottage Craft. Not gonna focus, are you? You don't like me? No. So Hawthorne Cottage Crafts, go check her out. She's from Ireland, and we love her. And she's podcasting again, which is kind of great. This bag is something I got on my cruise. There was one of the ladies who makes bags, and she brought some along with her, of course. Of course, it's green, and it has sheep. And there's a little Canada logo. She was from, I think, middle or west of Canada. This nice tie here that I actually love, because once you close it, it doesn't open. So that's that bag and project. The other thing I'm doing, and it's not knitting, it's crochet. So I'm using Bernat HandyCrafter, which is your basic cotton dishcloth yarn. Just want to see if that, there we go. Now it focuses, of course. This is, the colorway is Overcast. So it's just a basic gray. But what I'm making is pot holders. So we have a lady who's retiring at work, And I mean, this just happened at the same time. She came in with these white pot holders, and they were they were white. So she wanted to know if someone could make her pot holders. And I said, absolutely. And I said, and you happen to be going on retirement next month, so why not? But I'm doing them doubled. So this is what it looks like. But as you can see, they're doubled. I tried a couple patterns that they were annoying more than anything. So what I did is I just cast on, I think it was 32 or 33 stitches, and I just started going in the round. So basically, it's just making a pouch. When I get to the end, I'll just seam it all together, and then I'll make her a second one. So they'll be sturdy, they're gray, so they won't see all the stains. And I'm doing this on a 5mm crochet hook. I don't have fancy crochet hooks. I really wish that this part was a little bit more, what do you call that? Ergonomic. But it's not something that I do a lot of, so I'm not going to invest. I have this much left of the first ball. Hopefully I can get 2 pot holders out of 2 skeins, but I did buy 2 other skeins that are a little bit lighter gray. And the bag I'm using, which I think is hilarious, I bought some premium New Zealand wool, sheep wool dryer balls. And they came in this cute little bag. It's got a sheep. It's got a drawstring. How could I not use it as a project bag? It's perfect for this project. As I throw, excuse me, the top of my head, as I throw the yarn on the floor. So that. Yes. I do have one more thing. I was feeling so good about finishing that project, and I had finished the no-knee top that I test knit for Pip and Pin earlier in the month, and I was feeling really good about that because I haven't finished anything in a really long time, which brings me to say I will be meeting her, Pip and Pin. I will be meeting Megan at Knit City, and I'll hopefully get a picture with her with my top on. But, you know, one has to cast things on, right? Right? What's a girl to do? I have been wanting to make this for a very long time. I think ever since it came out, or ever since I've discovered Cozy Up Knits, who are the 4 sisters from Grand Prairie, Alberta. And this is the Jamie shawl. So they each have a shawl named after themselves. Let's see if I can get you in closer. Focus, there we go. So that's the Jamie shawl. It's a very simple shawl. It changes up every so often because if you know Jamie, she gets bored. And so she needs to change things. So I'm knitting it out of this, which is Cascade Yarns 220 Superwash Merino. 100% Superwash Merino. And this is the, what did I say? It's the Chive colorway. It's number 59. So this is the color. Just trying to see if I can get the right. Yeah. There. That's a little better. So I have got a ton of this, and I was keeping it for a sweater. It's DK. Well, they say it's worsted, but some people can knit up as a DK, some as worsted. So I'm knitting the DK version because they have 2 versions. They have the worsted and the DK. So I cast on with what I think the yarn calls for, 4.5mm, and I found the fabric was just really tight. So as Shella said, just consider it a swatch, go up to the next needle, and it's so like really, really squishy. Like the other one you couldn't even, it's 4.5, she couldn't even stretch it at all. So this is what I've got so far. And it is really a love. I really love knitting this because it's not too complicated. And there's different sections, so it changes up, and it's kind of awesome in a way. And then I had to say, well, I'm knitting, wow, words, I have them. I'm knitting a Cozy Up Knits pattern, so how could I not use a I can't talk today. This is crazy. Cozy Up Knits bag with the green zipper, the very bright inside and handle that matches. And this is JoJo, is their mom. She's the fifth sister, as we call her. So that she put that tag on there, and then there's this little kind of pom-pom thing and a matching little, not quite sure that's going to show up, but it's green. So it's a kind of a, it's a very well put together bag, and they're not expensive. I think this was $35 or $40 plus shipping. I know if you're going to Knit City, they're going to be, the girls are going to be there. They'll be bringing bags from JoJo. So if you're there in person and want to get one, you better grab them, because I know they're going to go fast. And this is obviously custom fabric. It's just awesome. It's a great size. There's a comparison. Sorry, there's a comparison. So that's going really well. I love it. So what do we have next? I got my wool swap package a few weeks ago. We were both a little late sending them out, no big deal. But I didn't want to open or show, well, I opened mine, but I didn't want to show it on Instagram or on here until my partner got hers, and she did get hers not long after I received mine. So I opened it up. Now I've put everything into bags. If ever you're wondering what wool swap is, you can go on Instagram, the @ wool swap, and you could find it. They have them 3 or 4 times a year. So yeah, I should have taken these out of the bags first. I'm sorry. So she sent me some soaps. And this, whew, that's a lot of smell altogether. This is a rhubarb citrus from Roscoe Emmett. So it smells really, really good. And it's got saponified oils of olive, coconut, sustainable palm, sunflower, grapefruit essential oil, fragrance, walnut shells, French clay, oxide mineral powder. So that's kind of cool. And then there's this other one that she got, and this is Rainwater Soap and Candles. Made in small batches with botanical oils, coconut, canola, olive, grapeseed, mica, M-I-C-A, I'm not sure what that is, poppy seeds, fragrance, and rainwater. And this is made, pretty sure it's, yeah, it's made on with rainwater on Vancouver Island. And then the next one is just, I love it. I don't think I'm ever going to use this soap because it's O Canada Soap Works. It's a Nanaimo bar. Soap. Nanaimo soap. It's, I'm like, just wow. It smells so good. This one has saponified oils of coconut, vegetable and olive, water, olive oil, cream, cocoa butter, chocolate, butter, cream fragrances, cocoa flaked coconut. Come. It smells like a Nanaimo bar. If you know what a Nanaimo bar is, I want to eat it. And so let's get into some of the yarns she sent. She spoiled me beyond belief. Like, I can't even, let's just put it that way. She gave me 2 skeins of Winterburn DK from Bahram U. And this is the Batley? I don't know if that's the colorway name or not. So this is, it's not as bright of a copper, but there's 2 of them. So that'll be nice to knit up. And she also, and I think these might actually, sorry for the top of my head, these might actually, I mean, I could knit them together because there's 2 of these as well. And I believe, yes, they are DK. This is Crafty Jack's Boutique. Delicious DK, 100% BFL. And this is, I don't think there's no colorway on here, is there? No. But it's teal. Whoa, that's showing up blue. That is so not blue. So not blue. But I could use them together in something. So there's 2 of those. Oh, I'm not done. There's still more yarn. I can't even. I think this is my favorite out of all of the yarns she sent. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Puzzle Tree Yarns, worsted single ply, still can't talk. Worsted single ply superwash merino, and this is sarsaparilla. Oh. And see, that comes out right. That's the right color. So, is that gonna focus for you? There we go. And I'm not sure if I showed this one. So this is, it's the Winterburn DK, and it's Baramu. The teal, reaching again. I'm organized, I swear. And this is Crafty Jack's Boutique. So those are those yarns. Oh, but I'm not done. Because, you know, there's always more goodies. More yarn. She sent me 2 skeins of Wool of the Andes Cilantro Heather. And I believe this is a DK. No, it's a worsted. So there's 2 skeins of this really nice green, like a sagey green almost. Now gets into the other things, because we chat about in Wool Swap you know your partner, you fill out a questionnaire of course, but then you chat back and forth and you put parameters around what you want to send, and we told each other not this more than this much yarn, and we like how many grams of yarn, and like there's a minimum, I think it's 200 grams, but then we said other things that we liked that weren't really in the questionnaire to kind of narrow things down. So she sent me a shawl cuff. This thing is gorgeous. Like, it's gorgeous. And you can wear it, this one you can wear, kind of like the other one I got. You can kind of wear it as a bracelet. But shawl cuffs are the rage right now, let's just say. This is kind of neat. Drift Roots, Wes and Stephen Robertson. This is driftwood, and they carve, so it says adventure awaits, and it says driftwood on the back. Isn't that cool? I thought it was cool. She got me Twisted Fae Fiberworks. This is a needle gauge, and I love it. It has a little fairy, and it also has, yeah, it's a ladybug. Come on, you can do it. When your face is in the picture, it's really hard for the camera. It doesn't want to pick it up. No, it's not going to do it. There we go. So that's really cute. I love it. Just gonna throw these things over here so I am not crinkling too much more. She sent me this handy dandy row counter that you can put on your finger. Ooh, apparently I've done 513 rows. Cool. Also these really cute buttons, like they're like toggle buttons. See them? And it goes on. Some really cute pencils and a pencil sharpener. Some scissors, which are always good to have extras of these things. Love those. Stitch markers, so a bunch of little, all kinds of stitch markers there. Those are great. And these are cedar blocks from Wet Coast Wools, and I know the owner. Her name is Glenda, and these are little cedar blocks that they made. So I think this is kind of cool. They're going to be at Knit City, and I'm probably going to pick up a bunch more of these. They're called Yarn Savers, a Wet Coast Wool exclusive. So I'm hoping that I can get some more of those from Glenda. And then some notebooks. So this is just, you know, your Craft Smart normal little notebook. And this one has like a mountain theme. And it's lined. So that, oh, and I think she sent me an eraser. Yeah, there's an eraser in there. And then we get to the food. Always have to have food. Chocolate, of course. Knitter's chocolate and tea is usually what happens. So she sent me coconut dark chocolate from Lindt and the caramel and sea salt dark chocolate from Lindt. I love coconut. And the caramel and the caramel and sea salt. I'm going to try it. Hopefully. I'm not a major dark chocolate fan, but when it has flavors I like, I just have a piece now and then. And then, of course, because if you know me, and this bonus size. Oh, at least it doesn't say shareable, because that's not going to happen. This is my favorite treat. Besides Almond Joy, this is the next favorite thing. So that is my swap. And I don't know if Rachel watches, but thank you so much. I absolutely loved it. She said she loved mine. Last time I did a wool swap, I got someone in BC as well, and it was amazing. So this time I said, the next time I sign up, maybe I'll try an international one. I just signed up for a bag swap. If you go on Instagram, there's a project bag swap. So let's see how that goes. That's because of Kelly. Kelly the Tangled Stitch shop. I'm telling you. Now, this last thing. And yes, I had some money and I wanted to spoil myself. And, oh, apparently I got 9 hours of activity. Cool. I wanted to spoil myself, so I may have bought 7 skeins of self-striping from TurtlePurl Yarns, maybe. So, this is called Beekeeper, and it's striped turtle toes. And if you don't know TurtlePurl, she dyes 2 50-gram minis identical, so that when you're making socks, they will be identical. And she puts a little color thing here so you can see how it stripes. And the reason there's blue, because bees, blue, people are like, what? Well, New Brunswick, the beehives are painted blue. That's why there's blue in there. And if you've been watching, if you've been watching for a while, you'll know my husband is an entomologist, and he studied honeybees for his master's. So, of course, he gets themed socks, always. All of his socks are themed. And he chose these out online with me. Then I bought him Serenity, because he loves Serenity. Oh, it is that bright, I swear. I can still smell. You can tell it was dyed recently. And then he's a Star Trek fan. And they're kind of Christmassy, but hey, who cares? Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock. That's awesome. So those 3 are for him, and the others are for me. I have been wanting this colorway since the day, I swear, since the inception day. This is called Trench Coat. I don't know if it's made with regards to Supernatural, but that's what it makes me think of. It makes me think of Supernatural. It's got a little hint of red, and this is like, ugh, I love this colorway. I've wanted it for so long. And then this is called Save a Horse. So if you know the song out there that has these words in it, well, there's a country song, and I may have been brought up on country music, and these colors are absolutely amazing. So that is going to be beautiful knit up. And all of her sock yarn, I'm pretty sure it's all the same. Yeah, 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon, 4 ply, 450 yards per 100 grams. Like, that's really good. And then I was looking at this one. This is Mistletoe Kisses. So it's got your dark greens and it's got some reds and white. I think it's really nice. And then of course, I had to get Bewitching, which is her new Halloween colorway, which my friend Shella is knitting up right now. She actually knit fingerless gloves, and now she's knitting socks out of the rest. So it might have to happen. So this is the Bewitching colorway. Oh, and of course, purple will show up now, huh? Kinda. I think that is it. Yes, it's a lot of self striping. And Bente, my friend in Norway, who's my bestie, we met online, Instagram, and we can blame it on David's tea. So that's a lot of self striping yarn. Yeah. She got, I got 4 different colorways shipped here, and so I'm going to ship them to her in Norway because we're constantly sending each other packages because it's what besties do. Now, the last thing I want to show, I went to Etsy Handmade Market, and I've got dirt on my bag already. Just want to see if you can see all that. There we go. So this is the bag they gave out. Nice little market bag. My first time attending. What they do is they have a Friday night market, and so they sell limited tickets. Even though there were a lot of people lined up outside, it wasn't really that crowded inside. And it's on the Friday night, and then it's open Saturday and Sunday. The tickets are a little bit more pricey, but it's limited. Like you're not feeling like you're fighting to get into a booth. All the booths were very well set up. There was space, a lot of space between the aisles on like the booths were on each side. Even the people who owned the booths had a lot of room behind, so they could like move around and stuff too. So I was looking and I didn't see anything, and then I went with Shella and her husband Jay. They were looking at something, and this caught my eye. A lady who is called Chalkboard Chic. Her name is Rachel Tessier. She had chalkboards. Now, she had blank ones. She had all kinds of different other sayings, and this was on a small one. But I asked if it's possible to get the bigger size. So she literally went around back, took out her stuff, put that on, and ta-da, done. $35. Love it. And I also got the markers she had there. These are Bistro Chalk markers by Marvi Uchida. She showed me they work. It comes off, unlike my Michael's chalkboard, which I bought the markers that are supposed to go with it, and I'm looking at it. It's over there. It's an absolute hot mess now because as I tried to clean it with water, the chalk board was coming off. And so these you have to shake them. So I've already written on this today, and I've already taken it off. So they write really well. I really love it. I bought 2 just in case, and they were giving out stickers at the door, so the Etsy handmade stickers. And then from Chalkboard Chic, I got these chalkboard stickers for their kitty cats. There were 2 in there, and I gave one to Shella because I tend to do that. I like things, I usually give them to her too. That's what I do. So this, I love it. And then last but not least, literally 2 hours ago, I went to the fabric store, Fabricville, and I picked up this pattern. It's a Jaylee pattern, and it's called Mimosa, and I'm going to do the one in the middle. I know the stripes are kind of weird, but if you look here, I'm going to do this one without a pocket. Or I guess that's the back, but so I'm going to do this one, but I don't want a pocket. And so I bought some 95% bamboo, and there's a little bit of polyester I think in here, but It's a beautiful, okay, it's a little bit brighter than it actually is in person. It's a little darker. It's more of a rusty orange. Maybe I can play with the colors when I do my editing. I'm trying a new software for editing that my husband found me. So I'm going to try that. So that will be my first garment. And I wanted it to be easy. I wanted it to be it's the knit fabric that stretches both ways. Yeah, so that's coming. Other things, I've cut out most of the, if I have the pattern, I do. Sorry for my reach. I've cut out most of the fabric for 2 of these bags. I think I mentioned it last time. This is the range backpack. I'm making one in red and gray, no, red and black for Bente, and I'm making one in red and gray for myself. So I just have to, I cut out all the exterior pieces, I cut out all the interfacing, and I need to pick a liner for both of us. And then once those are done, I'm going to wax the canvas so that it becomes somewhat waterproof. And I think if I reach, you'll be able to see the wax I'm going to use. This is beeswax pellets, and then you melt those down, and then you brush them on and let it dry, and it repels water. Yep. So got that off Amazon, of course. So I think that's it. So I will probably see you in 2 weeks. I'm going to British Columbia. I'm going to Vancouver. Next Friday I fly out in the morning, and the Friday night, so I'm staying with my friend Marsha, Scylla, and Laura. We all stayed together last year. Marsha is the FairyLittle. If you've ever watched her podcast, it's Marsha Ibuki. She's the one who designed that shawl. We're staying together again at an Airbnb not far from the event. The Friday night, they opened up more tickets for the Arnie and Carlos speech. And the Saturday night, they also opened up more tickets for the pub quiz. I wasn't going to go because you had to buy them so far in advance, and I couldn't commit until I had my plane ticket, so I wasn't going to go. And both Scylla and Marsha were like, did you see? Did you see? Did you see? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then my husband was like, you're going. He paid for them. Done. What's a girl to do? Right? So spending time with those ladies, we had a blast last year. We were staying on a street called Venables, so we named ourselves the Vixens of Venables. Well, this year we're staying on a street called Penticton. Not quite sure how we're going to name ourselves this year. Hopefully we can go to a little cafe that we found not far again. That was awesome. But yeah, I'm excited. Oh, and the last thing, I signed up today for the Twist Fall knitting retreat. I went to the very first one they had years ago. It's evolved since, it's grown, and I just signed up. I registered with a friend, and well, with 3 people, so we're sharing a room for 4. So that's the weekend of November 8th, 9th, and 10th. So that's exciting. I've registered. It's done. It's paid for. I got that to look forward to. But besides that, I think that's about it. Show notes will be down below. All the links to where you can find me will be down below. I also put show notes on Ravelry in my group. I put them on the blog as well. So the show notes are everywhere. You can find them. And you can find me as CraftyKnitter7 on Ravelry and Instagram. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. So thank you for watching. Until next time, may the skein never be tangled and the needles always be nearby.